Alright, good morning. Welcome to Random Acts of Carving. Today we're going to be doing something a little different, I think anyways. The weather here in Florida has cooled off. It's 49 degrees this morning, and it's warmed up considerably. I think it was in the low 40s this morning when I got up, but let it warm up a little bit. Had some breakfast and went walking on the beach yesterday. Found some seashells. So we're going to try carving some little seashells. Going to use the same bits that I use for carving the deer antlers and stuff. And speaking of deer antlers, my brother come down from Pennsylvania. He brought me some elk antlers and some deer antler and some other oddball pieces of wood. So we got some more carving material. And so say thank you to him for that. And we're going to try carving one of these and see what happens. I never tried carving one, but I was looking at some carvings online last night, and I'm going to see what we can make out of it. So here we go. All right, I'm going to start out with something pretty basic here, just to kind of see what it carves like. Got a little smelly starfish. This is just a piece of pretty heavy, pretty thick shell that washed up on the beach. So we're gonna see what it carves like. Okay, and we're starting out carving here. This is like I said, a hard piece of seashell. Started out trying some carbide bits and some the bits for dental bits. Neither one of those were really cutting, so I switched to the diamond grip bits, just some cheap Harbor Freight bits, and they were cutting pretty good. I tried cooling them off with some water, but I think the way they were cutting the best was just dry. This was obviously, I was using a little bit of water here. I was dipping the seashell in the water and then using it. It cooled things off a little bit, but I think it actually cut better when it was dry. Just completely experimenting here and just trying to find something that would work. You can see the just a dry bit with the. I was using some round bits and some really small taper bits, pointy bits. Just trying all the different ones to see which ones were cutting best. And it seemed like the newer they were, the better they worked, obviously. But it was just a really hard medium. It's kind of like carving a rock, I guess, like a sandstone. Maybe even harder than that, but yeah, just something different. I didn't really have a project for this week, and was at the beach, picked up some shells, and thought, well, I'll try carving something. I was able to polish it up real nice, and if you had the right shells, I think you could make some really neat stuff. But you have to be patient with it. Just using a little bit of polishing rouge and a little polishing bit. So then I tried this thinner, more common in Florida here. Anyways, these are more common. These were laying all over the beach. Picked these up, and they were pretty thin. But I was going to try to cut out the shape of a angelfish. But you can see right here, it was just chipping off real big pieces, breaking off. So that's where I kind of gave up on that stuff. It was might be able to draw, if you've had one that was already wore off from the sand at the beach, just from getting hammered on the beach there. If you had something that was already smoothed off, you might be able to draw in it. But they were real brittle. And then this was a piece of more like a snail shell, I guess, but it was salt water, so it was a little thicker than maybe some of the freshwater ones, if you've seen the freshwater ones. This actually worked pretty nice. It wasn't quite as hard as the seashell. It wasn't as brittle as the other piece, and it polished up real nice. So it was already a broken shell. Like I said, I was just experimenting with it, but I was able to put some pretty neat little designs in it, relatively quick. And what was neat about this is the light. If you put a light behind it, it shone through and made the carved part glow. Pretty neat. So yeah, just some ideas for later on. And some pretty neat little designs you can add into a seashell. Alright, well, we played around with some seashells and we got a little sea star here, carved out of a seashell. This one was a pretty thick piece. I did try I think I'll show you some clips of it. I think I did show you some clips of it. The little white thin seashell, it was breaking off too easy. So I did have a little piece of a snail shell, and it actually worked pretty good. I was able to do some neat little designs in it, and it was turning out pretty cool. So if you had a whole one of these, this is kind of a thicker one than the freshwater ones, saltwater obviously, but yeah, if you had something like this here, you could do some cool designs on it pretty easy. The diamond grit bits worked the best on this stuff. The dental bits I had wouldn't cut it. So if you have some thicker seashell stuff you want to play with laying around, it's a very hard carving medium, but kind of neat. You can polish it up really easy. Once you get it cut out, you can polish it real easy with a little bit of polishing compound, and it looks nice. So if you did get a neat design in there, it would work out pretty good. So anyways, got some other videos coming up with some got a knife handle that I'm going to be working on here in the next week or two, and it'll be a little different than the ones that I've done already, so it should be pretty cool, hopefully. And yeah, got some new pieces of wood to play with here too, so we'll get started on that stuff. Thanks for watching.